All right, let's talk about construction. Because right now, the entire industry is on the brink of a revolution. Seriously, it's a tech shift so big, they're calling it Construction 4.0. So, what does this huge change actually mean for, the jobs we do every single day? So, is a robot coming for your job? I mean, that's the big question, right? And look, the answer isn't a simple yes or no. Of course, some roles are going to change, some will be automated. But here's the thing, this wave of tech is also creating a ton of new opportunities. But, and this is a big but, it's for those who are ready to adapt and learn new skills. So let's get into it. Construction's tech revolution. And believe me, yesterday's skills just won't cut it for building tomorrow. We're living in what's called the fourth industrial revolution. And this isn't just about, getting a few new gadgets for the job site. No way. It's a complete overhaul of how we design, build, and even maintain our world. We're talking 3D printing entire buildings, drones buzzing around for site inspections, AI managing projects. I mean, the skills you need to succeed, they're changing faster than ever before. And let me be clear, this isn't some far-off future thing. It is happening right now. The pace is just incredible. Skills that were the absolute bedrock of this industry for decades, think manual drafting, traditional surveying, they're just not as critical anymore. And at the exact same time, there's this huge demand for a totally new set of skills. We're talking data analysis, operating robots, managing digital twins. These are the new hot tickets. Check out this number, 133 million. What's that? Well, a major study from the World Economic Forum found that while, tech might displace about 75 million jobs, it's also going to create a whopping 133 million new ones. So you see, the story isn't really about losing jobs. It's about a massive job transformation. And here's the crucial point. These new roles, they demand new skills. This right here is the real challenge. It's not a future with no jobs. It's a future where the jobs that are available need a totally different skill set. And that gap, that mismatch between the skills people have and the skills companies desperately need, that's the problem we have to solve. Okay, so how do we bridge that gap? Well, it really boils down to two key strategies, and these are crucial for everyone to get, from the person on the job site to the CEO. They're called reskilling and upskilling. Let's dive into what these actually mean. All right, first up, reskilling. The best way to think about this is like a total career pivot. You're learning a whole new set of skills so you can do a completely different job. Imagine a carpenter who learns how to operate and fix those giant 3D printers that build houses. That's reskilling. Or picture an electrician who gets trained to install and manage all the tech in a smart building. They're reskilling for a brand new, super in-demand career. Okay, so that's reskilling. Now what about upskilling? This is a little different. It's not about changing jobs, it's about getting better at the one you already have. You're building on your existing expertise. So think of a project manager who learns the latest and greatest BIM software. They're not becoming a software developer, they're becoming a better project manager, able to handle these complex digital blueprints and make the whole project run smoother. So let's put them side by side. Reskilling is about transformation, learning new things for a new job. Upskilling is about specialization, adding advanced skills to your current job. One's broad, the other's focused. But here's the bottom line. You need both. They are both absolutely essential if we're going to navigate the future of construction. Okay, but this is a huge task, right? Preparing the entire workforce for this new era, it can't just be up to individual workers to figure it out on their own. This thing needs a massive collaborative effort. It's a shared responsibility. So the question is, who needs to step up? So who is responsible for all this? Is it the companies, the ones actually using the new tech? Is it the schools who are supposed to be training the next generation? Or maybe the government, the ones who make the rules? Well, the simple answer is, it's all of them. This has to be a team effort. Everyone has a critical part to play. Let's start with the industry's role. Companies are on the front lines. They have a huge responsibility to train their current workers. But it's not just about a weekend course. They need to create a real learning environment where people can actually use these new skills on the job. And they've got to work closely with colleges and trade schools to make sure graduates are coming out with skills that are actually needed today, not 10 years ago. And that brings us to academia's role. Our universities and training centers have to get with the program too. They need to design courses for the real digitalized construction industry we live in now. And that means partnering up with companies to build a curriculum that actually works in the real world. Plus, they need to help out the people already working, offering flexible ways for them to learn and reskill. And last but not least, the government has a part to play. Their job is to create the right environment for all this to happen. That means policies that actually encourage companies to invest in their people. Think about things like tax breaks for training programs or funding to help trade schools get the latest high-tech equipment. They need to set the stage for success. All right, so we've talked about the who. Now, let's get practical and talk about the how. Because, it's easy to say we need to reskill people, but actually doing it, that's a whole different ballgame. And that's why you absolutely need a simple, practical plan to follow. So how do you actually do it? I mean, for any manager out there, this is the big question. There's so much new tech, so many new skills. It can feel totally overwhelming. Where do you even begin? How do you take this big, scary idea and turn it into a real step-by-step plan? Well, it all starts with having a clear process. This framework here lays out a simple, 4-step cycle that pretty much any company can use. Think of it like a roadmap. It takes you from, uh-oh, we have a problem, all the way to a real, sustainable solution. And the most important part? This isn't a one-and-done thing. It's a cycle you keep repeating to get better and better. So let's break this down. Step 1 is outline focus. This is where you basically play detective. You figure out exactly what skills you're missing and which employees need the training. Simple enough. Step 2, execute. This is where the action happens. You launch the program, you set clear deadlines, you get it done. Step 3, evaluate. Now you put on your scientist hat. You track the progress, see what's working and what's not, and you're not afraid to make changes to improve it. And finally, step 4, communicate. Here, you become the cheerleader, the storyteller. You share the wins, you build excitement, and you show everyone else how they can do it too. All right, so we've covered a lot. We've looked at the why, this whole tech revolution. The what, the difference between reskilling and upskilling. And the how, that it's a shared responsibility with a clear plan. Now it's time to bring it all home and talk about what's your next move. Because here's the biggest takeaway from all of this. Adapting to technology isn't optional anymore. It's just not. For any individual who wants a long, successful career, and for any company that wants to stick around and lead the pack, adapting isn't just a nice to have. It's absolutely essential. We're talking survival and growth. And this quote just nails it. Technology cannot be fought. We can only adapt to its changes. It's so true. You can't stop this wave. The only way to win is to learn how to ride it, to adapt, and to use all this incredible new power to your advantage. So that really leaves us with one final and I think really powerful question. Every single day, right now, the future of this industry is being built with new tools, new tech, new methods. The only question left is your team ready to build it? Thanks for joining us.